All right, and you should have your ruler out on page 114, measuring perimeters of polygons. It says measure the sides of each polygon to the nearest ½ inch. Use the side lengths to find the perimeters. Write a number sentence to show how you found the perimeter. Remind me what a perimeter is again. Perimeter, we just learned it. It's the distance around a shape. Good, and if it says round to the nearest ½ inch, count by ½ inches with me. What could it round to if it was closer to? Let's start at 0. 0, ½ inch, 1 inch, 1½ inch, 2 inches, 2½ inches, 3 inches, 3½ inches, 4 inches, 4½ inches, 5 inches, and on and on and on. Remember, it could be a whole inch and then add a half, whole inch and then add a half, whole inch and then add a half. So that's what it could round to, whichever one that it's closer to. Even if it's not quite touching it, if it's just about there, that's what you round it to. So what you need to do is you take out your ruler, and I have mine ready, but you can't see it on my screen. And I am going to lay it on, let's see, the shortest side first. Now, what are we measuring in again? Oh, inches. So make sure you're on the inches side. And when you lay it down, do I put it at the end of my ruler? No, I start my first mark at that 0 mark, the first line. So line it up. I'm looking, nearest inches. And mine looks like it touches directly on 1 inch. So I'm going to put 1 right here, and you can even label it with inches so that we're more accurate. And we have our units. Good. Now I'm going to measure this side. And guess what? These side lengths looks like they're the same. So if I measure one side, I should know what my other side length is. Okay, go ahead, line up the 0, and then see which ½ inch it's closer to. Mine doesn't look like it's between anything. Mine looks exact. If you got 3 inches, you are correct. Do I even need to measure this side? I could always line it up to double check because maybe they aren't the same. But I just double checked and they do look exactly the same. So we have 3 inches and 3 inches. You're using your rulers. Okay. What's a number sentence we could do for this? If I want to find the perimeter, if I want to find the measurement of all of these sides together, I have a 1, a 3, and a 3. I need them together. When we put things together, we add them. So what could we do? What number sentence? We could have 3 plus 3 plus what? Plus 1 equals 3 plus 3 is 6. Add 1 more. We have 7. Great work. And perimeter is about 7 inches because maybe they didn't line up exactly. So we're saying it's really close to. If yours lined up exactly, great. If not, that's why we have the about. Awesome. Then you would go ahead and you would measure this side length and this side length and this one. And you would add them all together and find out how many inches the perimeter is, just about. Remember, round to ½ inches. It could be a whole inch or it could be a whole plus some half. Okay. Then when we get down here, our rectangles have 4 sides. So instead of adding 1, 2, 3 sides, you'll just measure all of these and you'll have 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. Again, do you think that these 2 sides are going to equal the same? You betcha. If it's a rectangle, we know these 2 sides are the same, and then we know that the top and the bottom sides are the same. So really, you only have to measure 2. Could you measure all 4 to double check your answer? Of course, that would be a great idea. Same thing here. Measure this side, which is going to be the same as this one because it's a rectangle, and measure the top and the bottom because they are going to be exactly the same. So instead of adding 3 numbers together, you're going to add how many? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 numbers together. And then figure out how many they are in about inches. Awesome. Let's look at this bottom one together. It says draw each shape on the centimeter grid. So draw a square with a perimeter of 16 centimeters. Okay. If this is a centimeter grid, that means that from here to here is how much? It's 1 centimeter because these are centimeter cubes. which means from here to here is how long? 1 centimeter. What should my measurement be for my square that I'm about to make? 16 centimeters. Niños and niñasas, boys and girls, think, how many sides does a square have? A square has 4 sides. What do we know about the sides of a square? We know that squares, all of their sides are the same length. So if I take 16 and I divide it up by 4 sides, I take 16 and I divide it into 4. Because my square has 4 sides, 1, 2, 3, 4. So now I'm trying to figure out the equal amount of these. That's why I'm dividing 16 into 4, because the total distance needs to be 16 and I have 4 sides. 16 divided by 4 is what? If I put 16 into 4 groups, 1, 2, 3, 4. I could start putting tallies in here until I got to 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, we're at 8. I know it's half of 16. That means I just need to double what's in these boxes, or these circles. If I doubled 2, it would be 4. Is my answer going to be 4? I have 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I was right. Look at that. 4 in each. That means that each side needs to be 4. 4, 8, 12, 16. Oh, look at that. Okay, let me use a different color. 1, 2, 3, 4. See how I have 4 centimeters? 1 centimeter, 2 centimeters, 3 centimeters, 4 centimeters. Let's go this way. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Does that make a square? Yes, and all the way around, 4 plus 4 is 8, 4 plus 4 is 8, 8 and 8 is 16. My perimeter is 16 centimeters. Amazing. Now you want to make a rectangle that's 20 centimeters. There is a lot of different ways to make that. And maybe you say, Miss Schmidt, I can go 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then I can do 10 on this side. Well, guess what? You have 10 up here, which is 20. You have 10 up here, which is 10. 10 down here, which is 20. But look at, you have 1 centimeter here and 1 centimeter here. Does that equal 20? No, 10 plus 10 is 20, plus 1 more is 21, plus the other is 22. So this would not be a 20 centimeter rectangle. Don't get tricked on this one. Make sure you add up all of your sides and make sure they add to 20. Then when you're done with this, head on over to Math Boxes. Make sure to send both of these pictures to your teacher. Keep up the awesome work.